Lana, Lanita, girl, we know you're insane. We know you're mysterious. We know you're like unpredictable. And that's all like very aesthetic. But what was this? What was this, Lana? Lana, what was that? James, what was that?
Okay, James.
Hello, I'm France, but friends call me Finn, and welcome to my world. I went to Lana's show from her latest UK tour. I went to Wembley Night 2. I have some thoughts I'd like to share. This will be my first concert review, so we can do a little clap. But actually, in this video, we won't be cheering a lot. I don't think we will be clapping a lot because, well, I have quite a lot of questions and confusion about this show, and I know you've probably heard some of this already because a lot of people have went to TikTok to share their discontent and a lot of jokes about this tour and this show. So, I'd like to give my perspective of someone who went to the show. I like to talk about music, and I think it's also important to give a warning that in this video I will be giving quite a lot of maybe negative feedback and quite a lot of judgment and confusion and quite a lot of comments on the show, but I do love Lana Del Rey's music. I'm not a super huge fan though, that's another thing I want to say. I'm not a diehard insane fan. I'm just a little bit insane, okay? Like a little tiny bit, not a huge fan. This was my first ever Lana show. That's also important to say but I do love Lana's music, and I do think it's important to also acknowledge the contributions she's made to modern pop music as one of the biggest inspirations of modern pop music. And all of these girls who are making music right now, they would not be running if Lana would not have walked in 2014, okay? When I was writing the script, I called this chapter the background. So let's look at the background. This was Lana's UK and Ireland tour 2025. This tour is the first time Lana is headlining only stadiums, and she's performing in front of some of the biggest crowds she has ever performed to in her career. Important thing to note about this is that this tour was supposed to be accompanied by her new album, which name she changed multiple times, so I don't actually know what the name is. But, you know, the new country album she was supposed to release and the singles she released from it, that was supposed to be this tour. But the album never came out. So that's sort of where we enter some of the biggest confusion about this, is that no one knew what was this going to be about. No one knew what was this tour going to be about. Is it the old songs? Is it the new songs? Was it gonna be like the new singles? But that there is no album, so it kind of made no sense for it to be about the new album since no one actually knows the songs from it. And it was overall quite confusing. And prior to the show, and prior to like the tour starting, there was barely any information about like who is going to be the warm-up act, when does the show start, when do the doors open, what the hell is going on. I was very confused, and all of these confusing feelings reflected very much in the performance and in the show. First of all, starting with the setting of the stage, the aesthetic, because the whole stage, the whole show was very country aesthetic. It was very country aesthetic. There was like a cottage and swings, and it was like, you know, Lana was obviously wearing her trad wife 1950s outfits, which actually were really pretty. I was kind of a big fan. I actually really liked them. She looked really good. Like that I mean, you know, as much as I'm not a fan of trad wives, the fits were kind of giving, you know. I have to say that. But the theme overall was quite confusing. And the next chapter of this video, the biggest chapter of this video, is called The Mess. And here we are entering the biggest issue everyone has with this stadium tour. So in the past, when we think of stadium tours, and this is Wembley, this is the arena that Taylor Swift performed the Eras tour in for 6 nights in a row. For 6 nights in a row, she performed her 3-hour-long show. And I don't really want to compare Taylor Swift to Lana because they make completely different music. They're completely different artists aesthetic-wise. But that's just to provide a comparison of what Wembley Arena has previously hosted, you know? It's huge artists who sing in Wembley, and it's long shows. It's a lot of work and it's long shows. Lana's performance lasted altogether around approximately an hour and 25 minutes. This was her expensive stadium tour performance, which lasted an hour and 25 minutes. And for half an hour of that whole time, she was off stage because she took 2 breaks during the whole performance, and there were 2 interludes. This sounds like a joke. And this is not the worst of it, because this whole thing, honestly, this whole event sounds kind of like a joke when I try to explain it to people. When I was actually at the concert, it wasn't that bad. Well, obviously it wasn't bad because you're seeing Lana Del Rey, so it's not bad. When you're at the concert and you're there, it's like, fuck yeah, like, yes, Lana, let's go. But then once I like started explaining this to people when I came back, and they were like, oh my god, how was the Lana concert? I'm like, what songs did she sing? 3 country covers. Did she sing Norma fucking Rockwell? No, but there was a hologram. Like, on one hand, this type of mess could only be caused by Lana Del Rey. Like, this type of shit could only Lana could do this. You know what I mean? No other artist would be able to pull this shit off without being like absolutely cancelled. But because it's Lana Del Rey, everyone's kind of like, it's just Lana in her natural element. Like, it's fine. People traveled for this. People paid a lot of money to go to Wembley. The tickets were expensive. It was a stadium tour. So a lot of people are feeling quite underwhelmed about the fact that they traveled probably either to London or UK in general to see this. And they paid a lot of money to see this. I did not expect her to go out there and do 3 hours of Taylor Swift bullshit because, come on now, it's Lana. We know she ain't gonna be doing all that. Like, we all knew it. Like, that's not surprising. What I did want was to hear the good songs. The good songs, you know, like all the songs that we love. And this is the moment. I think I should invite you to look at the set list. Because, once again, Lana, like a girl's insane. Like, actually insane for who made this set list. I want you to blankly stare at the set list with me, since it's quite disgusting and ugly. And there are the good songs, you know, there are the icons, the baddies, the great songs, and there's the actual baddies, as in like the bad songs, and why are we singing this? So let's look at it. There's going to be a picture popping up right here. We start with Stars Fell on Alabama, a country cover. Second song is Henry Come On, a single from her new album that's not released. Okay, sure, you know what, this I understand. Okay, sure, new song. Stand By Your Man, a country cover. Chemtrails Over the Country Club, this was good. You see, this was good. Ultraviolence, now this was good. Now this was the real shit, okay? This was something I was like, fuck yeah. Like, Ultraviolence, that I wanted to hear. Then we get the Ride monologue.
I am fucking crazy, but I am free.
Then we finally get the big songs, you know, the main songs, Ride, Video Games, the songs everyone wants to hear because, you know, they're the main songs. I mean, Lana performs these every single time, wherever she performs, because this is the shit, guys. This is the shit. Then we get the first break. This is when Lana steps off stage to hit her vape. We don't really know what she's doing, because there's 2 interludes. There's 2 moments when she goes off stage. In the second one, she does an outfit change. In the first one, she doesn't. So we don't know what she's doing exactly in this time period. But we get Norman fucking Rockwell. Literally best song ever, best album ever. And it's just playing in the background. Lana's not singing it. It's just playing, and Lana is not singing it. Yeah, it's kind of illegal, honestly, but yeah, she's not singing it. And you know what is going on stage while the song's playing? This is insane, but this sounds like a joke. It sounds hilarious, but there's a hologram of her on stage in a window. A hologram. She's not actually singing this. It's just a hologram of her. during one of the best songs she's ever released. I'm silent. And then the same thing happens with Arcadia. That is the next song on this amazing list. Then finally Lana returns, and we get Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard. This was great. This song is absolutely carried by her backup singers. They slayed. They were so good. Honestly, if I want to praise someone in this whole show, the women, those three women, wow. And in this song, Lana really lets them sing, which is actually, I really enjoyed that. That was very nice. It's insane, basically. That was really good. Then we get Feel It Lie Down With Me. This was special. Another thing I'd like to say is that Wembley Night 2 was probably one of the best shows from all the shows, because there were new songs added which she did not sing to other shows. So honestly, we got lucky. This is crazy. Like, this is the improved set list. This is not the bad set list. This is the improved one. So imagine people who went to the Cardiff show. Guys, I'm holding space for you. I'm holding space for all of you, okay? Then we get Quiet in the South. I have no words about this. I'm silenced. Because afterwards, we get another interlude. She was changing her clothes during this, but it was just like an Allen Ginsberg poem. But it made, like, low-key no sense. Because everyone's just standing and waiting around for Lana to return. Because no songs are playing. You know, if last time there were the songs, people were listening to them. Everyone was screaming the words. You know, it was still kind of enjoyable. And, like, her backup singers were still singing last time. But this time, no one's singing. It's just this poem. So everyone's kind of standing there like, when is she going to be back? When is she going to return? And I want to remind you, the show is extremely short. For like, okay, maybe 7 minutes this goes on. 10 to 7 minutes this is going on. There's the interlude. There's Howl by Allen Ginsberg. We're just standing around here. And like nothing's going on. Then finally she returns. Outfit change. Outfit done. That was lovely. Pretty outfit. I like pretty dress. Sparkly. Okay. And then we obviously get the icons. This was great. No complaints about this. We get Young and Beautiful, Summertime Sadness, Born to Die. This is great. Amazing. Thank you so much for getting this. The main songs, obviously everyone's screaming, crying, throwing up at this. Then we get Venice Bitch, which only the Wembley shows got this. Once again, we got so lucky. Imagine other shows did not get this. Once again, Venice Bitch, other shows did not get this. That was nice. I enjoyed that. Then we get the crazy twist, which once again only Wembley show got, and that is Diet Pepsi cover. Lana sings Diet Pepsi with Addison Rae. Now, that was not on my 2025 wish list, and I love that. I loved it. That was so awesome. I mean, I honestly can't complain. But low-key, Addison did out-sing Lana. And that was one thing I also did not have on my 2025 prediction list. I did not predict that to happen, but Addison low-key did out-sing Lana in that song. I'm honestly going to stay silent on that. I'm going to stay silent on that. And now we get 57.5 streams on Spotify. This song is a joke. This song has to be a joke. I was blinking at the stage and everyone around me while this was going on. My eyes were doing this. So, nothing to say there. And then finally, we have another country cover, Take Me Home, Country Roads. I wish this was a silly little joke. I wish this was a setlist someone made on Reddit to laugh at Lana Del Rey, but it's not. It's real. It's what happened. I saw the hologram. My guess is that Lana really wanted to do the country show, and she really wanted to go with the country theme, but since the album isn't out, all she could do was just shove country covers into this. But I'm really confused about why she just didn't pick other songs to perform. And we already got the improved setlist with Venice Bitch and Diet Pepsi with Addison. So honestly, I'm gonna try to stay grateful about this. Like, it wasn't bad, you know? I mean, hearing Ride live was literally a healing experience. I'm healed. If you can't tell. But I would also like to name all the songs that I would sell my kidney for to hear live. So here would be an approximate list. Radio, Margaret, Say Yes to Heaven, West Coast, Brooklyn Baby, Dealer, Let the Light In, Paris, Texas, Mariners, Apartment Complex, Thunder, Fuck It, I Love You, White Mustang, Cinnamon Girl. And most importantly, I have one song I don't understand why she didn't perform. The stars had aligned perfectly for everyone to hear the song because my show was on the 4th of July. America Day, the Eagle Day, literally America best country in the world day, and she didn't sing national anthem. What? I'm so confused. I'm sorry. Everything was pointing at it. Everything was like national anthem, red, white, blue is in the sky. Everything was perfect. It was perfect. I don't know. And I don't know. And don't even ask me about this since I don't know. But I do want to name the good things in the end. There were good things, you know? There were good things. It wasn't all bad. And I do want to, like, you know, just have some perspective. It wasn't a bad show. Lana still performed. Hello, I'm so sorry. My camera died just now, so I'm filming on my phone right now. The quality is going to be a bit bad, but that's okay. Okay, I'm not giving up on this, okay? I'm dedicated. We're continuing this video with the last things I want to say being the good things. The good things, it was beautiful. The staging was beautiful. Lana looked beautiful. Like, you can really tell they've worked a lot on the staging. And there was a pole dancer. Cool, I guess. You know, there were pretty outfits. There was the cottage. It lights up on fire. There were swings. Lana Del Rey, like, she could show up wearing a trash bag on stage. No one would fucking care, honestly. Like, if Lana Del Rey would get up on that stage wearing a trash bag and start singing national anthem, I would not care. I would not care what she looks like because I'm hearing national anthem. Okay, everything was beautiful and everything was quite flawlessly done. A lot of attention to detail. She was on time. She was early, actually. She was 5 minutes early. For all the other shows, Lana was late. She was early for Wembley. She was so early that one of my friends went to the bathroom and then she had to run back because the show started and she didn't expect that. We were all thinking, oh, she's gonna be here, you know, in like 30 minutes at like 9:30. She was there at 8:55. Lana, whoa, okay, someone locked in for the last show, okay, someone locked in. And there were amazing songs. I really, really enjoyed hearing Ultraviolence. That was so great. I love that. Ultraviolence, that was so good. Venice Bitch. Before this, I never liked Venice Bitch that much, but after hearing it, now I'm a fan of Venice Bitch. I wasn't before, now I am. And I also want to talk about Addison because low-key, I went to Lana and I came back loving Addison. First of all, Addison, the girl can sing. She can sing. What? Who would have thought? I'm sorry, but I feel like it's always like, you know, for all the young female artists, everyone sort of always has the idea that like, oh yeah, she probably can't sing. Like, this is not like, you know, like she's like a TikTok star, she can't sing. And the girl can sing. The girl sang. Wow. Okay. And she danced and she cooked and it was great. I loved it. It was amazing. And also, I've been a really big fan of the new songs. So, Addison, like, whatever you're doing, continue. I love it. Big fan over here. I went in my shirt that said, I love New York because I just love New York, love New York, love New York, love New York, love New York. It's so great, it's my religion. So, yes, Addison was amazing, spectacular, never done before. Final thoughts on Lana. Lana Del Rey, at the end of the day, is an icon. She is an icon of our time. She has contributed immensely to the lyrical and sonical aspects of current pop music and music in general. She has also broken a lot of perceptions of what a star is. You know, she's not there throwing huge, crazy dance breaks, you know, because she doesn't need it. She is living proof that you can gain a huge following of fans through your words and through lyrical and emotional songs, and they do not have to be upbeat, and there is an audience, and there's people who will listen, and there's people who care about artistry and who care about interesting songs and interesting sounds. Lana has done all of that. She has created so many current pop stars. However, from this tour, there is a sort of feeling that Lana doesn't really give a fuck about being a star, you know? If other people who like go to these crazy stadium tours, once again, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, they are stars. They want to be stars. They are icons, but they want to be stars. They want to be pop stars. Lana Del Rey, it sort of feels like she doesn't want that in her life, which kind of makes sense. It really feels like she is sort of, you know, more just focused on her life in general. This, like, being a star doesn't really matter to her. And although she is an icon to all of us, I'm not sure she really wants the stardom right now, because this tour really was not giving it really was not giving that. But nonetheless, I am happy I went there. I'm happy I got to hear the good songs. I'm happy I heard the improved version of the set list. Yes, and I'm so happy I saw Addison. Oh my god, I manifested that so hard. I was praying, because we didn't know who the warm-up act was going to be. I was literally praying for Addison, and oh my god. Manifestation comes true, girls. Manifestation is real. And that is the final message of this video. Manifestation, guys. Manifestation. Thank you so much for being here. I was so happy to talk to you about my concert, and I hope one day we will all get to hear. Tell me